test exam. So I just decided to share it with you. I hope the quality won't suck because I'm just showing the screen of my notebook. So there's a good website. Well, I've already registered for my tests, October 27th, 2021, in a few days actually, because it's October 22 right now. So yeah, booked and confirmed. So there's a nice website for available for free. You can just search road to um, Ielts. There it is. Ielts. Ielts. So I do this. Yes. So I'm going for the academic one. So this is just a general introduction. I'll go home. Yeah. So here we have a number of options. And well, on October 25, I'll have my speaking exam. On Ielts, you have two separate exams, like 2 days for, like 1 day is just for speaking. And then after 2 days, like October 27th, I'll have the rest of my exam with reading, listening, and writing. So I'll just start with speaking, yeah? Starting out. There we have it. Yep, let's go. So it's no need to register. It's available for free. roadtoielts.com.
Hi everyone, my name's James Matthews. I'm an English language teacher at the British Council in Hong Kong.
So 3 parts to the exam. 11 to 14 minutes. Okay.
Well, the speaking test is a one-to-one interview between an examiner and the candidate. The interview lasts between 11 and 14 minutes. The exam itself is divided into 3 parts, similar length in time, between 4 to 5 minutes. The first part is the examiner introduction and also the candidate introduction. They are general questions to the candidate about some personal experiences and general life, hobbies, things like that. The second part moves into a 2-minute long turn where the candidate aims to speak for up to...
So, part 1 is just introduction, right? The person who is taking the exam, they introduce themselves, and I'll be introducing myself. Okay, part 2.
2 minutes uninterrupted on a topic or subject for up to 2 minutes for aims to speak.
Okay, let's go back.
Aims to date turn where the candidate aims to speak for up to 2 minutes.
Okay, this is part 2. Let's go back.
Turn where the candidate aims to cut into a 2-minute second.
Part 2.
The second part moves into a 2-minute long turn where the candidate
long turn.
aims
2-minute
to
long
speak
turn.
for up to 2 minutes uninterrupted on a topic or subject that has been given to them by the examiner. The candidate is then given exactly 1 minute to prepare and to make notes on that topic. They're given pencil and a paper to write down short notes, and then they're asked to speak for up to 2 minutes. During that 2 minutes, the examiner will not interrupt and will not ask any questions, will simply sit back and listen. So at the end of the 2 minutes, or if the candidate has finished earlier, the examiner will ask 1 or 2 rounding off questions before the examiner moves into part 3.
All right, so this is it. So part 2. They'll be giving me a topic, and I will have 1 minute to get ready. And then I can take notes. They'll give me some pencils and paper. And then at the end, after 1 minute of preparation, I'll be speaking for up to 2 minutes. I can finish off earlier. But maybe, who knows, they might be taking down some points. I'm not sure if I finish too early. So now part 3 is the discussion part.
3 is a more open-ended discussion between the candidate and the examiner. It's on questions that are related to the topic and subject of the long turn in part 2.
All right. General intro, the long turn, and the discussion based on the long turn. Well, okay, that seems easy. All right. Thank you. Now, what's next? Channel 2. What's this? Is it the same thing? Ah, yeah, it's the same thing. Okay. So let me put my smartphone back. I'm sorry, it's a bit shaky. I get that. So it's just sharing my prep experience with you. All right, I'll go back, I think. Starting out. Okay, now after starting out, yeah, here we have some advice and tutorials. So I'm done with this. Okay, so I'll just speaking advice. Yeah.
English as much as you can.
Oh, okay. Yes. Oops.
For these 11 to 14 minutes, you really should try to show off and showcase your English as much as you can. Certainly give an answer, and if in a complete sentence, and if you can, give a reason why, if that is appropriate. So,
What the fuck? Connect to the internet, please sign up in again. Oh. Right, okay, starting out. Advice. Speaking.
try to show off and showcase
Okay.
your English as much as you can. Certainly give an answer, and if in a complete sentence, and if you can, give a reason why, if that is appropriate. So, what are your favorite hobbies? I enjoy so-and-so because I like getting outdoors and walking in the open fresh air. Try to give a reason why. Try to give some sort of support to your answer.
So you've heard it, right? I actually got this same advice from my niece from the United States when I was applying to university in Los Angeles, California State University. I got admitted, and she told me, show, don't tell. She advised me. Like when you are saying something, for instance, I'm a very creative person. How? Like, show us. Describe how. Give some examples. So, this guy is saying the same thing. I like this because blah blah blah. Yeah, because I enjoy it, or because of my character, because of some experience, etc.
If you find yourself using the same vocabulary again and again and again, you have to expand that vocabulary. And the only way you're going to be able to do that is to use different vocabulary. So a 30-minute clip recorded on a digital recorder like this of a conversation with a friend. Go to a thesaurus, look up other words, look at other vocabulary, and try to incorporate it into your daily language. That would be something to do a couple of weeks beforehand.
So a couple of weeks beforehand, like at least 2 weeks, yeah. Start off and prepare and test yourself. You can record yourself as she advised. That's easy.
That 1 minute is crucial. It really is. You should use that 1 minute, write down keywords. I think some examiners feedback that candidates try to write down sentences. You cannot write down more than several, half a dozen, maybe a dozen sentences at the most, and this will perhaps keep you going for 30 seconds. You simply do not have time to write down full sentences.
Well, that makes sense, right? Don't try to write down all of your answers. To be honest, I am not even into writing down, it can be good for structuring and just a few hints, like really just a few hints instead of full sentences and phrases. Like if you're able to structure your answer, I'll start here, then I'll mention this, then I'll go here, next that, and to sum it all up, blah blah blah, right? You That will be good enough.
Many of the topics for the long term, you are talking about something in the past. And many students, sometimes they will make mistakes between the tense selection. So they may be talking, for example, if you have a task, tell me what you did last weekend. Well, obviously, this 2 minute long turn, the majority of the information will be in the past.
Yeah.
So the majority of your tenses should be past tenses.
Yeah, that's important. That makes sense. Yeah, what you did. And most probably also to just keep you safe in this context, you can just go for mostly for simple past. I woke up, I ate, I went, I saw, da da da. Yeah, if you want to show off, maybe I don't know. You just need to think of it. What can you think? Let's give it a try. I had visited this place like years ago, and I visited it yesterday as well. For instance, I'm just trying to improvise. Yeah, I was always wondering. Yeah, what was it like? And yesterday I finally felt it. Yeah, you could just drop in some past continuous or past perfect if you're good at using those terms. If you're not sure, just be on the safe side and simple past will be good enough. I woke up, I ate, I met my friends, we spoke a lot. It just shows off your knowledge of regular verbs, irregular verbs, and your thinking and your vocabulary in terms of both verbs and like generally your level of English. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, don't
Some
memorize answers.
candidates think that they try to predict a lot of the questions, and sometimes you can in part one. So they work out their answer, memorize it, and then reel it off. Although you may have answered 3 questions part one well, you have the rest of part one, part two, and part three. And if the quality and standard of your English falls, then the examiner will know you've memorized the answer. And if he detects for 1 second you've memorized an answer, he will ignore it.
You got it. You got it. You've heard that, y'all. Okay, yeah, it's just it's the best mindset, I would say, is to treat it as a conversation with a friend or with your psychiatrist if you have one, maybe a psychologist, um, depending on yeah where you are in your life. Yeah. So just this sense of casualness, like it's not something terrible. They are not trying to kill you or imprison you. Your life doesn't depend on it. So if you can just keep your emotions at control, that will do the trick, I'd say. Like Especially meditation is wonderful, especially like this. See, I'm repeating myself already, especially. Namely, I'd say like this meditation where you simply follow your breath. I did it in 2019. I passed my TOEFL exam in Beijing, in China, and I'm sure that I got a few extra points thanks to simply following my breath because I thus controlled my emotions and I allowed more like a bigger inflow of oxygen uh, that went into my lungs, and from my lungs, it's of course through my blood, it goes to my brains, and my mind is fresh as my brain is in good condition. Okay, yes, here it is. Here it is. Give full answers, work on your vocab, record yourself speaking. Well, lucky me because I have my English channel and I'm just doing this live, so I'm recording myself constantly. And from time to time, I'm of course going back, revisiting my own content, trying to improve it, etc. So I'm good with this. Use the 1 minute preparation time. Okay. Use past tenses when appropriate. Well, yeah, it's very context specific, of course, when appropriate. Yes. Don't memorize answers. See, in Armenia, for instance, we have this culture of like Armenian speakers will probably get this. It's called shtemaran. Like it's a book or a few of them. Sometimes it's two, two books. You just go through answers and answers and answers and try to memorize those answers. It reminds me of the 20th century and the 19th century, actually, when like learning meant becoming a walking encyclopedia. Yeah? Now it's not relevant, and the examiners, they are not trying to test your memory per se. They want to learn about your your knowledge of the language, and knowledge of the language is not just memory. Memory is just one important, basic, but not all encompassing part of your abilities, right? Okay, thank you, misters and missuses. Like, what does this lock mean? Oh, you've got to unlock. So it's not free, more access for other preparation. Aha, I thought it's all free, but let's see. All version course. IELTSpractice.com. How do I prepare? So join us now. Sign in. Prep. Yeah. Free resources. Oh, okay. It's not free, so you just try it. Oh, okay. Yeah, see, advice coping with nerves. I've already spoke about this actually. I've already spoken of this. Yeah, coping with nerves, meditation, breathing, and trying to like taking it all in a more relaxed manner. Like it's an experience, and instead of getting nervous, you can just approach it with some sense of curiosity. Like, oh, I wonder what's gonna happen next. I wonder, okay, how do I make the present excellent? How do I contribute to my pleasant experience right now? Yeah, it's a good one. Yeah, what do I talk about? Okay, you just need to structurize this yourself, of course. What are you going to talk about? It's totally up to you. Like, based on what you're getting, you have to structurize it yourself, right? And actually, there's a nice instrument called 6W star. You have like six question words: who, what, when, where, why, how. If you want to structurize your speech, you can use those like this 6W star. You don't have to go through all of the six W's. Yeah. You can handpick those that you need, like 3 of them, 4 of them, 2 of them, etc. So yeah, and then interview phase 2, interview phase 3, but you've got to unlock it. Well, okay, thank you. Let's go back. So advice and tutorials, we got it. Practice zone. Okay, so some of it is locked, but here we have set 1, set to British Council. So maybe if I paid, maybe I can. Okay, well, just go. Let's go with set 1, free. Intro. Here what happens in the test. The procedure of part 1. We introduce to some typical topics. For common problems, watch and analyze a part 3 answer. Okay. Review the complete test. Well, okay, let's click next. Test lasts between 11. Oh, well, we did it actually. I mean, we've heard this video, I think, this guy talking about the test.
Hi everyone, my name's James Matthews, and I'm an English language teacher at the British Council in Hong Kong.
Okay. Yeah, well, yeah, it lasts 11 to 14 minutes. Yes, it's true. 4 parts to the test. Of course, notice just false 3 of them. Yeah. Well, actually, instead of me doing this, well, okay, I'm not sure how to approach this right now because I don't want to give away all the answers. Okay, so I'm just going to turn my camera to myself. Hey guys, hey y'all. Okay, sorry for the shakiness. I'm just improvising. Okay. Yeah, my lights. Yeah, this ambient atmosphere. Yeah, okay, okay. So you take this with another thing. I think it's false. No. Okay, I won't give away my answer. I just read the questions. You take the test with another test taker. Okay, I answered it. Part 1 of the test consists of questions on everyday topics. Next question. In part 2, the long turn, you need to speak for up to 2 minutes. You choose the topic you want to speak about in part 2. You have exactly 1 minute to prepare and make notes for your talk in exactly 1 minute. The examiner will interrupt you and ask you questions during your long turn. The examiner will ask you 1 or 2 questions at the end of your long turn. Part 3 of the speaking test is a discussion with the examiner related to the topic in part 2. Okay, I've answered all the questions. Well, me personally, I scored 80%, so I have 2 incorrect answers. Okay, I got it. So what I did, part 1 of the test consists of questions on everyday topics. Okay, I won't give away the answer, okay, so that you have your own chance. You take your own chance. Then, okay. Oh, okay, okay. And the examiner will ask you 1 or 2 questions at the end of your long turn. Okay. Right. Okay, I did it. What's next? So let's go to maybe feedback. Ah. Oh, okay. Okay, it's explaining why like the question is wrong. Oh, okay, I learned that. Okay. Okay, I got that as well. Cool. We're good. Okay, I got my feedback as well. Try again, previous, next. Let's go to the next one. Full when asked. Okay. What's this?
It's really important that you know what to expect in the IELTS speaking test so that you can be really prepared for it. Okay, so despite it being an exam, try and smile when you go in and greet the examiner with a cheery good morning or whatever. Okay, then the examiner will ask you for your name. Do remember to give your full name. Then they will ask you where you come from. At this stage, just give the name of the country. You don't have to give any more information than that. Then the examiner will ask you for identification. Okay, it's really important that you remember to show the same identification, so national ID papers or the passport, as you did when you actually registered for the Ielts. It has to be identical. You also need to remember that the test is being recorded, so try and speak at a decent normal volume so that it can be heard on the recording, but also so the examiner can hear you clearly, because they've got to hear you in order to assess you.
Okay, thank you. So what am I going to do here? Give the examiner your full name and ask. Well, okay, yes, I will. It doesn't work, I think. Yeah, nothing is happening in here. So okay. Well, next. Oh, okay. And again, you'll just have to, yeah, pick the correct answer. So I'm just going to again turn it back so that you won't see it all. Okay, so that you take your own chances. What is the topic of the first set of questions? Okay. Okay, you just have to pick one answer. How many questions are there in this set? I'm not sure. What is the topic of the second set of questions? Oh, should I watch it? Oh, I should. Okay. It's a new content. Let's watch it together, guys.
Please, take a seat. My name is Ash Patel. Can you tell me your full name, please? Hello, Mr. Ash. My name is Li Junchen. Can you tell me where you're from? China. Can I see your identification, please? Yes. Here's my passport. Thank you. That's fine. Now, I would like to ask you some general questions. Let's talk about what you do. Do you work or are you a student? Actually, I'm studying Hong Kong University for program English. How long have you been studying? Just 6 months till now. Actually, this is my first semester. What do you like about studying there? It's a nice place to study there. It's nice rooms, and my teachers are nice. I like my friends, and yeah, it's a good place, and I like it. Is your university close to your home? Yes, my home is in 5 minutes from the college. How do you travel? I travel bus. I go every day. Now let's talk about food. What kind of food do you like to eat?
So yes, maybe you can hear some of the mistakes, which is okay. We all do mistakes. I travel by bus, for instance. It is a good place. He's always missing out it. Well, it's just for analysis. Okay, I won't comment further, I think.
Eat dim sum is national food in this country. Why? Because it's very delicious and it's traditional. What sorts of new food would you like to try? I'm not sure about that, but maybe I would like to try some Mexican food, like fajita. Why? I'm interested in Mexican food because I like the spicy, and I'm interested with these national dishes, and some friends talk about it, so I'm interested in try this dish. And do you cook for yourself? Actually, not too much. I actually just like to eat. Cooking, I'm not good, and my mother is good.
I'm not cooking. Why not? Uh, I don't like. I don't know how to cook, and I didn't like to
Mhm.
cooking. Do you prefer eating at home or in restaurants? Um, Actually, I prefer my mom cooking because it's great cooker and there's a benefit at home. But sometimes I don't have someone to cook, so I just eat food in restaurant. What type of restaurants do you like? Usually, I like pizzas, burgers, and noodles. Lots of food like that. Now let's talk about friends. What do you like to do with your friends? Usually going to cinema and watch together film and sometimes have dinner. Why? Because we have good time and we laugh, we talk a lot. Have you kept in contact with friends you had as a child? Not really, because we have a lot of chance to get on with new friends in their lives. So no, why not? Because I come from Shenzhen and now I live in Hong Kong and university in Hong Kong. So I have chance to make lots of friends and I enjoy very much. How do you usually communicate with your friends? It depends. Um, some I see every day in class or library, so speak to each other. And friends not in Hong Kong, I text my phone and or use online. What do you think a good friend is? Um, I think support each other. Like I feel sad and my friend helps me and ask if I okay or not.
Uh-huh. Yeah, some of those mistakes are very familiar to my ear, like Armenian speakers, like Armenophones, yeah, people whose native language is Armenian, for instance. We have some similar mistakes. Today, actually, I got a new student. He came to me. We had some chat. We did some exercises together. The Russian-speaking people and this guy as well. He had some similar issues. Anthony. Um, well, it's Anton, but we made a deal. He likes the Anthony. I suggested that to him. If you'd like to, you can have some English name. So yeah, why not? In China, my name was John. Yeah, as an English teacher. Okay, so yeah. Some of those mistakes are very universal, I'd say. Yeah. Yeah, I've worked with some Spanish speaking guys as well, like the speakers of Spanish, and I've heard it. I've heard those same mistakes. Yeah, okay. So I'm answering the questions. What is the topic of the first set of questions? Da-da. How many questions are there in this set? I actually didn't count, so I'm just going to answer a random. I'll give a random answer. What is the topic of the second set of questions? Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Well, the second set of questions. I think this is the answer. How many times does the examiner ask why and why not in this set? Well, again, I didn't count. Why do I need to know this? Well, it should be something like this or that. What is the topic of the third set of questions? Well, I think this is the answer. Which of these is the better answer to the question, what kind of food do you like to eat? Okay. Mhm. Okay. Right. What kind, which of this is better answer to the question, what kind of food do you like? Well, I think this is the first. Uh, okay, I won't even give that away so that you have yeah, your own way of thinking, so that I do not give you any hint. Okay, okay, okay. Now, next. Which of these groups of topics will you not be asked about in the first part of the test? Oh, which of these you won't be asked? So maybe shopping and the internet, animals, taking exercise, reading. Well, I'll just pick this one. And last but not least, which of the following pieces of information about the first part of the test is wrong? Pieces of information, okay. About your work, studies, hometown, okay. One more set. Two. There are about four. You should try to give short answers to the questions. Okay, I have my answers. Marking. Oh, I scored only 38% in this exercise. Okay. Well, some of the questions are like just numbers. How many questions are there in this set? Why should I try to memorize that? Like 5 sets of questions or 6? No, I don't get it still. Okay. Part 1. Always about your... Hmm. Okay, I'll just give this info. The first set of questions in part 1 are always about your work slash studies or your hometown. Hmm. Then there are 2 more sets of questions on 2 different topics. Aha. So we'll have 3 sets of questions, it seems. Oh, 4 questions on each topic. Usually 4 questions. Okay, usually. So that is too short. The examiner prompts you to say more. Why? Why not? Question with a reason. Okay, so I'll give this away too. The ideal length of an answer is 2 or 3 sentences. Okay. All right. Hmm. Invisibility. Reason. Okay. Okay. And in the end, the answer is D. True statement D is wrong. 3 full sentences. Okay, okay, okay. I got it. Got it. All right. Next. The examiner will give you on paper. What's this?
Then in part 2, okay, in this part, the examiner will give you a card, and on the card there'll be a topic, and the examiner will ask you to talk about that topic for 2 minutes. And you'll also have 1 minute to prepare for the test. So what you need to do, they'll give you a piece of paper and a pencil, and you have 1 minute and you can make notes. It's really important you use that time wisely. Write down the key vocabulary so you don't forget it when you're getting a bit panicky. And also write down sort of like grammatical words. So if you're being asked to talk about a past holiday, a holiday you had when you were a child or something like that, write down little things like used to and ago and things like that, because that'll just remind you to stay using the past tense, which might be quite helpful. On the card, there'll be 3 bullet points. Okay, so let me give you an example. If the topic was describe a visit to a museum, you'll then have 3 bullet points. One will be something like, say where the museum is, say why you went there, and say what you liked. So those three things you must talk about. And there's also a fourth point where they say something like, and you should say whether you would recommend this museum to somebody or not. Okay, so there are four things you have to cover. So it's quite important you cover all of those 4 points. Remember also to read the card very carefully, because we all know what it's like in an exam. You're terribly panicky, you read it and you want to start talking and things like that, but take the time to read it carefully. One student doing a practice exam misread celebrity for celebrations and spoke for 2 minutes on the wrong topic.
Oh.
Fortunately, it was a practice test, so that was all right. The other thing is, people don't know this, but if there is a keyword, an important word on the topic card that you don't actually know, you don't understand what it means, you can ask the examiner to explain that word.
All right, that's it. So, well, I have to fill it in. The key. Well, I think I get it. I may do this for myself. So let's just go to next and see what else have we got. Okay, and again, yes or no answers. Well, okay. Oh, okay, okay. I just have to put it in an appropriate. Okay, okay. Drag and drop. I'll just drag the word and drop it in the appropriate field. Okay, this is fun. This is fun. Yeah. It's part 3. Well, okay. I'll go through this on my own. Use different types of sentences. Oh, okay. This is part 3. Okay, okay, okay. This is important. Well, yeah, this is very good and this is very important. So you can work on this on your own or, for instance, with your teacher. Again, so this is Road to IELTS, a very nice resource. So, of course, you can come like to me as well. You can approach me as an English teacher. Me too. I can work on those topics with you, of course. Yeah, that's a possibility as well. So, yeah, let's go. Yeah, it's speaking. Oh, recorder. We also have a recorder. So, ooh, I'll be recording some of my answer. Oh, I wonder whether I'll get some feedback on this. Well, it's cool. It's very cool. Okay. Go back. Review the speaking test. Okay. 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 Next. So this was set 1. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it consists of 9 sections. Well, this is very helpful, actually. Very, very helpful. Yeah, great. Let's see. British Council. At last minute. Well, I am registered in the British Council website, actually. That's fact. 19 book. I am booked, so can I log in or something? Home to IELTS. Teach IELTS. Oh, that's cool. Teaching resources. See, we also have some teaching resources. Of course, the students can take this as well, take care of it. Yeah, teach IELTS videos. This will be very helpful. Like, if you can, if you're like self-sufficient and organized, you could go through it on your own. If not, just approach your teacher and together you'll benefit greatly from this. Oh, okay, okay. Facebook group for teachers. I'll join this. Right, so this is my first time passing an IELTS test. So in the past, I passed the TOEFL exam. I told you about this. Are you in English? Yes, I am. Well, yes. Actually, I had students whom I prepared for TOEFL. Well, let's have it this way. No, but I'd like to. Interested in doing so. Let's go British Council. Other. I think there. Submit. Okay. All right, that's it for today, guys. I just wanted to share this Road to IELTS resource. So we have speaking. Test practice. Yeah, this is it. We've gone through all of those 4 sections. And then reading, listening, writing. Okay. Take care. See you.